Hi, I'm Brian McLachlan and this is Deep Thought Balloon, little videos about comic stories, pop culture, and other stuff. Let's talk about Batman's secret superpower. Everyone knows that Ma and Pa Kent raised Kal-El after he lost his parents in the destruction of Krypton. But who raised Bruce Wayne after his parents were killed? It's kind of fuzzy, and not really addressed in the comics. Like, did aunts and uncles try to become Bruce's guardian to inherit the money? All we know is that it ended up being Alfred, his butler. Talk about a power fantasy, a parent who loves you but also does exactly what you tell them to do. Maybe that's why Bruce had a child's idea of justice. If he had had an adult guiding him, he might not have tried to fight crime by building a Bat-themed supercomputer car and costume, which would be more realistic but not as cool looking. That's also why he's dark and brooding. Compare him to Peter Parker. Peter lost his parents. Then he got adopted by his uncle and aunt. But then Peter's own irresponsible actions lead directly to the murder of his new father figure, Uncle Ben. Brutal! Yet Spidey has a reputation for being one of the funniest superheroes of all time, and Batman, one of the grimmest. No, not one of the grimmest. That's a McDonald's thing. Peter Parker still has his Aunt May, who helps ground him to a normal life. He doesn't get to sulk in the basement and practice nunchucks and spend hours on the computer. He has responsibilities. The webhead has something to be thankful for, and someone who helps guide him. Meanwhile, Bruce has to make his own family from other orphans and misfits. He hasn't been given the same help to move past his dark past. It's no coincidence that the most resonant villain for him is a guy who likes jokes and bright colors. Alfred brings Bruce meals, not joy. People love to wonder who would win in a fight between Batman and Superman. Superman has unattainable superpowers, and Batman has unattainable plausible powers. He's super smart, super rich, super driven, but it's also important that he has that time where no one knows what he did. Because the origin story jumps over Bruce's teen years and early 20s, the author's always free to fill it in with whatever they want. Is he fighting against ninjas in Gotham? No problem. He trained in the martial arts in the East. Is he chained up in a tank of water? No biggie. He learned how to escape death traps from a master magician. Does he need to figure out what chemicals Poison Ivy used to produce that gas? No problem. He spent years training in chemistry. You know, when he wasn't learning how to dust for prints, sew his own costume, hack into high-security computers, or throw boomerangs like a boss. The only thing that says he couldn't have spent a summer working on a farm in Iowa is it doesn't seem to be true to the character. If you want that teenage Clark Kent Bruce Wayne crossover, Bruce better be in the cornfields of Smallville chasing the Scarecrow. So while this is supposed to be a plausible power of a super genius with incalculable years of training, puts him in a boat alongside Doctor Who, Vandal Savage, and other immortal characters. Look at Jesus Christ, who we see in the manger and as a grown-up, but a lot of the middle years are not discussed in the New Testament. In that space, he learned all the parables to tell as an adult that would be a perfect fit for each of his listeners. We don't see him telling the parables all wrong and messing up. He enters the story perfectly formed. No wonder Ra's al Ghul thinks Batman would be a worthy immortal successor. Superman may be as powerful as a Greek god, but Batman is a lot like the Son of God, that divine energy to fail off camera. What's interesting to me about Superman is that he's honest about his power fantasy. He assures his readers that Superman will not be killed by bullets or speeding trains. He's immortal. So is Batman. Sure, bullets don't bounce off of him, but he's not going to die any more than any other hero that's in multiple stories with their name on the cover. In the comic, he's not supposed to be immortal, but he is. Thanks to the author and the audience's preference, the villain's bullets will always jam in the gun or bounce off a piece of metal in Bruce's jacket pocket or be easily dodged by a cape fake-out. Superman doesn't have that agreement between writer and reader that we're pretending he won't die. We're just accepting it at face value. It's like playing a video game on easy mode just to get to the story. Juvenile people will shame you for it, but for some people it's just a way to eliminate stress. Speaking of juvenile, superhero comics were made for kids for decades, and in an effort to age them up, they added gritty, dark, bloody elements. Perfect for a dark, gritty Batman. Personally, I think that makes them more juvenile. That an adult superhero comic would tackle being a parent, losing your parents as a grown-up, not in the backstory, dealing with an aging body, and other things we usually don't see in superhero books. Anyways, the next time people are arguing Superman versus Batman, you can bring up how Batman's been set up to do anything he wants between the gutters of the pages, so he's probably gonna win. Side note, I used to be a huge fan of Batman the Animated Series, and when Superman the Animated Series started, I was like, I'm not sure I'm gonna be into this, it's kinda corny. Then I saw a scene where Metallo the Cyborg held Superman's head under lava to try and drown him, and I thought, oh yeah, this takes it up a notch. And even though he might be invulnerable, the people around him aren't, and he cares about them. Anyways, good luck and keep thinking deep thought balloons.